So I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XVI, and I couldn't be happier. The story, the characters, the scope and size of this game, it's truly remarkable. And I'm not gonna spoil anything here. I'm not gonna, you know, give you any important plots and everything in the story. I'm just gonna kind of talk about my experience in general while playing this game. I'm currently about 66% done with the game. I still have 40% to go, and that's just the main story, 40%. Not to mention, obviously, the side quests that I can do and all the other monsters I have to hunt. So, probably it's going to take me another 30 hours or so, maybe 40 hours to finish this game. The good news is it's a huge game. It's pretty big. The characters are top notch. Clive Rossfield, Jill, and others, Sidophilus. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Taria is really nice. Martha. I mean, there's so many characters in this game. It would take me forever. But I want to talk about something that really kind of made me fall in love with this game, and that's the loading time. The loading time, it's like maybe 3 seconds, tops 3 seconds. So when you go to the main menu, and if you want to continue the game right away, it is so fast. It's like an instant. Here, we're gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 2 seconds. There you go. 2 seconds. There you are. They do have a quality mode, which is 30 FPS in 4K. And then they have a frame rate mode. I would suggest that you guys stay with the frame rate mode. That's where you want to be. So this is one of my hideouts, one of my places. I'm not going to tell you where this is because I don't want to spoil it. But this is one of the places where I get to arrange my next missions, my next objective, do my side quests, and things like that. Here's what else is good, excuse me, about this game. At any given time, you can just press a touchpad. I'm sorry, not a touchpad. The option button, and you can go back to the map, and you can go ahead and visit any of these places. Maybe you want to hunt a certain monsters that you saw, and you can go to any of these places, which is pretty cool. Here, so let's say I want to go to Lost Wing. Here we go. Just like that. Here I am at the Lost Wing. At any given time, I can go to these places, and then within like two seconds, there I am. Here I am. Right. This is a pretty cool place. There's a bunch of side quests here that you can do as well. Usually the side quest will show up as a green. As you can see at the top right, it says use the hunt board to locate the griffin. And that's what I've been trying to do here. I've been trying to find this griffin monster, but no such luck so far. Look at these graphics, man. Amazing. I haven't had any issues. Some people have been saying that the PlayStation 5 it's overheating and all this other stuff. I have a feeling that some people just make stuff up just so they can get some clicks and views on the YouTube, which has become like the new thing these days, where people are constantly making stuff up. Same thing with the Asus ROG Li, same thing with the LG OLED, burn in and all this other stuff. Look, man, people lately are just looking to create some kind of controversy so they can get the clicks because they're running out of ideas. I don't do that. If I don't have anything to tell you about anything, I will not make a video. But some people will make stuff up just to get the clicks. If you're smart enough, then you know. Then you know what I'm telling you here is true. So I can exit this, and I can go ahead and click the option button. This is my map. Pretty cool map, like a bird's eye map. I can go to another place here. I can go to North Reach, click on it, and I'll be there within 2 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2. There we go. So I'm at the North Reach right now. It's a beautiful place, North Reach. A lot of interesting characters here too. One in particular, her name is Dame Isabella. And you can go and walk around here. You can also go ahead and press the thumbstick, the right thumbstick, and call for your chocobo. You can travel with your chocobo. You're always going to have somebody in your party. It's going to be you, Torgo, your dog, and of course Jill. Jill and you are like inseparable. I mean, they're like romance, 100% romance. It's just they need to tie the knot already. I mean, come on, they should have gotten married. I mean, come on. I'm just saying, after all these years, it's time to tie the knot, you know. But anyway, I didn't write the story, so don't blame me. Tell writers why they didn't get married so far. And here you can fight any enemies, and you got many different attributes that you can use from your icon. Icon, it's your monster within persona that you can choose and have. One of the cool things about Clive, he can collect those icons, right? Fire, lightning, and I forgot what the third one is, to be honest. But there's many different icons that you can collect. Here, I'll show you in a minute. Here, I'm gonna jump out of my dismount from my character. See, now I got the fire, the lightning. I have the lightning, and I can switch to a fire. We got to switch to a fire and use that. Combat's pretty cool, but when you start the game, you're gonna have to work your butt off to get this stuff. You know, it's not gonna be handed to you on a silver platter. You do have to work for it. There's many different difficulties. There's the story-focused difficulty, then there's the very hard difficulty. So this will give you a reason to replay this game as many times as possible. And now we can go back and access any of these places. I can go back to this place. This is a port ISOL. I can go here and visit this place. I can go anywhere at any given time, and I'll be there within 2 seconds and do some other missions that I forgot to do. Collect some other things that I forgot to collect. So there's always something for you to do. So you don't have to like focus on your main missions. I have spent, honestly, most of my time, like if you watch my live streams, I have spent most of my time doing side quests, and believe me, there's always something that you miss. There's always a monster that you forgot to hunt and collect. There's always a character that you forgot to talk to. There's always something there, you know. So this gives you a much higher replayability, if you will. So I'm gonna go back to another place that I should have maybe gone. Barteres is pretty cool. East Pool. Let me see. We'll go to Dragon's Airy right here. And there you go. Within 2 seconds. There you go. Within 2 seconds. Boom. You are ready to rock and roll. What about the combat system? Combat system, like I said, it's easy to pick up, easy to learn. Anyone can play this game. Honestly, it shouldn't be a problem. You can switch back and forth between Deadly Embrace, Blind Justice, and Phoenix Shift. So this is different powers that you have, that you collect from these icons, these monsters that people possess. And I call them monsters, but they're called dominant. He is a dominant. And again, you know, I don't want to spoil anything here regarding the dominant. Dominants have this ability to possess these titans, you know, these big titan like Godzilla monsters, right? And they all have different substances. Some have fire, some have lightning, some have other substances, and every dominant has that ability. So that's where that comes from dominance. But you don't have to use it. You can just go ahead and use your sword if you want, but it's good to mix it up. You can also use your dog, Torgo, to fetch and heal. You can also switch between your potions right here. So the combat system is done very well, easy to remember, easy to access. You're not going to be confused, or it's not going to be a huge learning curve. Okay, everything this game does, it teaches you and it will kind of guide you on how to get used to the combat and all the other features. Everything gets explained to you. You're not going to be like confused. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on there? Everything, it's explained to you in this game. So you shouldn't have any issues with that as long as you're paying attention. And I don't recommend that you guys rush through this game. Take your time, you know. So this is your journal. These are your items, potion, materials you can get. These are your attributes you see from a different icons. You got Phoenix Fire, you got Garuda from Benedicta, you got Thunderstorm from Sidophilus. You got your abilities here that you can upgrade. All right, so these are your abilities, 1, 2, 3 from your icons. So these are your icons. When I say icons, I mean E-I-K-O-N-S, not I-C-O-N-S. Icons. It's E-I-K-O-N-S. Icons. And this is your system here. You can save the game, turn the subtitles on. And again, at any given point of time, you can go ahead and go back to your map and access any place here. You can go to any place over here. No issues, no problems. All right. So easy. There you go. Within 2 seconds, you're there. Pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not gonna spoil. I mean, there's so much I want to say here regarding the story, but people who talk about like, oh, I had some issues with my PlayStation 5, it's overheating. Well, I don't know what you're doing to your PlayStation 5. I don't know where you're keeping it. It's always a good idea to keep your PlayStation 5 out in the open. I don't know why people put their PS5s inside a box or inside a shelf or one of those theater cabinets. Listen, the PlayStation 5 is meant to be visible outside, okay? Because you need that hot air to blow out. All right, you need that hot air to come out. So I personally haven't any issues. I use the frame rate mode. I've been using a frame rate mode since I started playing this game. No problems, no issues. Everything runs smooth. Um, and I would recommend to everybody to use the frame rate mode. Frame rate mode is what you want. I know there's a 4K mode, but it's 30 FPS. You don't want to play this game at 30 FPS. I think they just left that there for people to take photos, I guess. But the frame rate mode is where you want to be, man. 60 FPS. I will never play any game under 60. 30 FPS to me, it's over and done with, man. No game should have a 30 FPS. And thank God that we have that option here to keep it at 60. All right. To me, 60 FPS should be a new standard. And 30 FPS should be like a thing of a past, honestly. And I don't care how they do it. If it's a 1080p upscale to 4K, if it's a 1440p upscale to 4K, I don't care how they do it, as long as they keep it 60 FPS. So is there anything else I can say about this game? Again, sure, there is. This video could be 6 hours. There's so much I can talk about it. Now, a lot of people ask me, why do I do my live streams without commentary, and why I don't have any live chat open. It's not because of the trolls. I could care less about the trolls. That stuff doesn't bother me. It's not about that. It's just about the fact that I want this to be an experience. So when you're watching a live stream, you get to experience the story instead of just listening to me blabbing. Because if you're listening to me talk, then you're not going to focus on the game. And that happens a lot on my live streams. When I'm doing a live stream, people focus on what I'm saying, and they're not focusing on the story of the game. And that's the main reason why, in case people are wondering. Because I want people to experience a story. Maybe you don't want to buy the game. Maybe you only have an Xbox, and maybe you're interested to see how the story is, and for that reason. So, Final Fantasy XVI, I would give it so far easily a 10 out of 10. And again, for you to understand why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10, you gotta play this. You have to experience this. You know, you can't just watch this video and then, oh, he just showed us a little bit here, a little bit there, and is giving it a 10 out of 10. No, and as you know, if you watch my live streams, I've been playing this game since day one. But it is something you have to experience and play, truly play it righteously, genuinely. Play it genuinely to understand why I give it 10 out of 10. Don't just play it hi-hooey here and there. You gotta play it genuinely. You really have to be locked in, like Dr. Disrespect says, you have to be locked in the story. And then when you complete the game, when you put in 100, whatever, 50, 60, 70 hours, then come back, and then you'll understand, oh, I think I understand why this guy is giving it 10 out of 10. But then again, that's my opinion. Everybody else will have difference of opinion. Some people, have all kinds of weird reasons to cancel this game, which I'm not going to get into because it's ridiculous. So the game, it's already selling well. It sold over 3 million copies in just 3 days. I think we're probably like 20 million copies. Not to mention that it sold probably 4 million PlayStation 5 units on top of that. And we're not even done with July. We just barely started scratching July. So, yeah, this is a huge success. Congratulations to Square Enix. They did a fantastic job. Final Fantasy, man, it's been around since early 90s, and here we are now, almost 3 decades, man, like 30 years, and here it is, Konami needs to bring back Metal Gear. We need Metal Gear. They need to make some deal with Kojima. Definitely would love to see Metal Gear sequel to the Guns of the Patriots. And I think, honestly, we're sick and tired of Big Boss. We learn everything there's to learn about Big Boss. Let's learn what happened to poor Snake, that poor soul, man. That guy had such a shitty life. What happened to him after the Guns of the Patriots? Did he survive? Did he die? Let's do sequel to the Guns of the Patriots. That's what needs to happen. That's just my 2 cents on that. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the live streams. Cheers.